Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one, the only, the true, the original My Philippines Interest. I'm Harry Dick. Thank you once again, and welcome to the show. Today, we're going to continue with part two of Who Really Won. Once again, folks, keep in mind that this is not to favor one undesirable over another. This is just to look at the facts and analyze and share your opinion of who really won. Now, many of you out there may say, Harry Dick, nobody really gives a because they are both losers. You betcha. And both share many similarities in the way that they live their life and even their creative ways. For example, Barry J. Locked Away has created such words as yep, and I'm fixing to go rustle me up some grub. He's created such words like that. And then there is the frail, creepy Bantayan freak who has created such words as, I think you're filthy cocksuckers. And as well as creating the Mushroom Man song. The Mushroom Man song, which the old, frail, creepy Bantayan freak sings with children. So both are very creative in that sense. Now, in part one of Who Really Won, we talked about that there was once a friendship between Barry J. Locked Away and the Bantayan creep. And they had a falling out. And during that falling out, many things were exchanged, many words were exchanged between the two of them. Barry J. said, I'm sorry, folks, this is still funny just thinking about it. Barry J. said, go F your horse, your buck-toothed horse. And this angered the Bantayan creep very much, and he started to threaten Barry J. with physical violence, and said that when he seen him, he was going to handle business because that's what they do. That's how they handle things where he comes from, and he's not worried about going to jail or anything. And fast forwarding, there was a showdown in TGIF where Barry J. showed up where the Bantayan creep was, and this left the Bantayan creep very shaken to the core. He was chain smoking, his hands were shaking, he had to sit down. Nothing came out of it. The Bantayan creep did cower down to Barry J. Locked Away. Once again, folks, this is not favoring one undesirable over another. This is just stating facts. This happened. So, moving forward, as we all know, Barry J. was overstaying, and many different agencies were contacted by many different people because they don't agree with Barry J.'s lifestyle, his inappropriate behaviors, etc. And many agencies were contacted, and the good men and women of the immigration services and agencies finally rounded up Barry J. They did their job, and let's give them a round of applause for that. Congratulations, job well done. And hey, that's their job, folks. That is their job. And some people out there may feel that overstaying is not really that big of a crime, but It is the law. If you're in a country and you plan to stay longer, you have to pay fees. If not, you are breaking the law. And if you don't handle your business, this is what happens. So the good men and women of the immigration agencies and whatnots all did their job. So Barry J gets locked away. And the frail Bantayan creep takes this as a victory, a great victory. And he did his victory videos. Of course he did, because he's always on YouTube. He did his videos and took the credit for Barry J getting locked away. When everyone knows, folks, that there were many people contacting these different agencies to let them know exactly where Barry J was staying. So many people played a part in Barry J getting locked away. And the Bantayan creep would say such things as, "How do you like it now, mother effer? How do you like it now?" And this is the purpose of this video, folks. Let's analyze what happened here. So we have Barry J locked away. And for many normal people, getting locked up, having your freedom taken from you would be a terrible thing. For normal people. Okay? Does anybody consider Barry J to be normal? Okay? We are talking about a guy who lived in a tent in somebody's garage. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a guy who hitchhiked, walked from Alabama to New York, and staying in many of homeless shelters on the way. That's what we're talking about. So, Barry J being locked away, is this really a hardship for him? Some may say that Barry J being locked away, being in a detention center or a jail or a prison, may actually be like staying at a resort in some ways. I mean, now again, for most people, being locked up, having your freedom taken away, would be something terrible for normal people. So we're going to leave it at that for now, ladies and gentlemen, and we will continue with part 3 of Who Really Won. I want to thank you for taking the time and stopping by, checking out the one, the only, the true, the original My Philippines Interest. And remember, folks, I'm here because you're there. Everyone, take care.